Hey everybody, it's Joe Delera, and I've got a couple of my favorite plays for tonight's NBA playoff slate. The game that I'm really targeting is the Miami Heat versus the New York Knicks, Game 6. And I've got all my plays from this game. The first play that I'm looking at is under 208.5. I think this total's just a bit high, and a lot of that has to do with the fact that both of these teams have kind of gotten the other into a slog offensively. This game is coming down to a grind. The pace is super slow as we have both of these teams playing at a 93.6 pace, which would be a full 3 possessions slower than Miami's regular season pace, which was the second slowest in the NBA. Additionally, since 2003, unders in Game 6 of playoff series are 28 and 16. And throughout this series, these teams are averaging just 208.2 points per game, which is slightly under the listed total. I expect both of these teams to really turn up the pressure defensively and make some adjustments to slow this game down. And I see that coming in a variety of different ways for both of these teams, but they're going to start and end with Jalen Brunson and Jimmy Butler. Both of these teams are throwing so many looks, so many different coverages, whether it's zone, whether it's drop, whether it's switching, whether it's hedging. It's giving these teams, and it's taking longer to get into the offensive sets for both the Knicks and the Miami Heat. And I expect that to slow this game down and to see points come at a premium. One play that I do like for each team, though, is I like Jimmy Butler to go over 6.5 assists. He's yet to exceed his points prop of 28.5. He's averaging 24.8 points per game. And I think a lot of that has become a fact of the Knicks doing a good job of forcing Miami's role players to beat them. And Butler has taken on the role of a facilitator. Throughout the series, Butler's averaging 6.5 assists on 14 potentials per game, but that's actually spiked to 9.5 assists on 16.5 potential assists over the last 2 games. I think there's some value on him to go over 6.5 assists tonight. For my second play, I'm looking at New York's other star player, and that's Julius Randle. And I like him to go over 2.5 turnovers. This prop's pretty juiced. However, if we really look at this, he's gone over this line in 9 of his last 10 games against Miami over the last 2 years, with an average of 4.1 turnovers per game, and he's gone over this in every single game this series. I think Randle is just pressing a little bit, trying to get into the rhythm, trying to get something going on for New York. And when that happens, it creates those turnover opportunities. So far this series, he's had 3, 4, 6, and 4 turnovers. I like him to go over 2.5 again tonight. So to recap, my 3 favorite plays for this NBA slate are the Miami Heat, New York Knicks under 208.5, Jimmy Butler over 6.5 assists, and Julius Randle over 2.5 turnovers. Best of luck on your wagers today and enjoy the rest of your Fridays.